Hey, hi guys, welcome back. So today we will see how we can apply condition inside a library. Okay, so till date we have seen how to apply condition at the test case level or test step level, and also the condition we have seen how to apply at the template instance level. Okay, so let's see today how we can apply conditions inside library, whether it is possible or not. Okay, so let's take one simple example here of demo web shop. So here we have register function as well as login function. Okay, so for both we will create a single library, and based on the user action we will perform either he wants register or he wants login. Okay, so just focus carefully in my screen for few minutes and it will be done. Okay, so I have already scanned this register and login, okay, pages. You can see here for register we have this many fields, and for login we have this many fields available. Okay, so let's start. Let me jump to Tosca and create one folder. Okay, let's create one folder. Okay, library. Okay, conditioning, and after that inside that I have, let's create one library. So who do like whoever don't know, just let me tell you, if you want to create a library, just right click on that folder and then you will see one option, create test step library. Okay, and we call it as RTB as well. Okay, just create a library and you can see a library got created. Okay, inside that library for this one, the library folder, we have to create a actual library. So if you right click on that, you will see one option, create reusable test step block. Okay, so just click on that and just give uh, name, function name, library name which we want. This is login. Okay, and register both. Okay, for both we are creating a single library, and based on the condition we will execute. Okay, so so inside library we need, since we are working for both register and login, so we need both modules here. So let me drag and drop. Okay, here I have both register and login, so let me drag and drop inside the libraries tab. Oh, sorry, library. Inside library I have drag and drop for register and for login. Okay, and to pass this will take few parameters, right? This we need to pass first name, last name, like that values we need to provide. Okay, for login as well as for register. Okay, so these values we can pass through business parameter. Okay, so those who don't know, let me tell you, the business parameter is used to pass different input. Okay, if you want to test the same library with different set of input, then you can make use of the business parameter. Okay, so how we create business parameter is like right click on your library and you can see the first icon, create business parameter. Okay, inside that we have to create the parameters. Just right click on that and you will see option, create parameter. Okay, so we need parameter for register. Okay, let me just give register, and we need parameter for login also. Okay, because we want to perform both action in this single library. So for register we need these fields. Okay, so I will um, define few fields. Okay, few parameters. Okay, first name. Okay, and then we need last name. Okay, last name. Okay, and we need email. Okay, we define email, and we need a password. Okay, um, let's take one more, password. Okay, confirm password will be the same as password, no need to take separate parameter for that. For login we need email, email id, and okay, email id and password. Okay, email ID and password. Okay, so now we have created a required parameters. Now we have to pass it to that particular field. So there are two ways you can pass business parameter. The first way is like you have to follow the syntax, like open curly braces and PL stands for business parameter, and once you give open square bracket, you can see a two parameter business parameter name. Just select you want, this is for register, so we'll select register, then dot. Okay, once you give dot, automatically what all sub parameters are there, it will display here. So this is first name field, so I will select first name. Okay, and we will give enter, and then we will close bracket. So this is our syntax. Okay, if you don't remember the syntax, like how to use directly, what you can do, you can drag and drop. This is very easy. Just you drag and drop. Just let me drag and drop all the fields. Okay, password, and same way for login we need email. Okay, and then password. Okay, other fields we will give, just for login we'll give X. For this also we can give X. For login also we can give X. Okay, so this X is nothing but it's alternate to click. Okay, so here I'm giving mail and register as X, even register link I will give X. Okay, you can keep a register and login link outside of library as well as a normal test step. Okay, just I have just included inside, so it is not like we have to mandatory include this register link or login link. It can be outside. Okay, now I have mapped all the values or parameters to my modules. Okay, to my attribute fields. So now here my library is ready. Okay, now my library is ready. If I create a test case here. Okay, so demo web shop login and register. Okay, this is my test case. Okay, and I want to use my test library inside this test case, so I have to drag and drop here. Okay, so you can see in the test case it is showing this arrow. That means this is a reference of this library. So if you right click on that, you can see jump to reusable test step block. Once I jump, you can see it will take me to the original library, and this is the reference of that library which we are using. So now you can see, if you notice here in the library with business parameter, we have this test steps, like right. So when you will use in your test case, you can see only the business parameter, you will not see the step. But if you want to see what all steps we have used inside library, then you can use function F11 key. It will show all the steps. Okay, so once you are done with the steps, then you can again disable it by pressing the same F11 key, function F11. Okay, so that steps will disappear. Here you can see only business parameter. Now here both are there, register as well as login. Okay, so here I want to apply conditions inside library, like if user is giving option as register, then it should only execute register part and skip login part. This is what conditioning will be, right? So how we can apply conditions? So what we can do, we can create one business parameter here. Okay, so we will give login, or we can give like this, slash register. Okay, and we can give input to the user to select. So you can, in the value range, what you can do, you can just mention login with semicolon, you can just give register. Okay, you can just mention these two value register. Okay, so now let me keep this as a first step. Okay, now you will see in the library, once in the test case you will pull, once you click on that particular field, it will ask, okay, whether you will want to register or login. Suppose I want to register. Okay, I want to register. Then based on that, input this particular step. Okay, not this step, whatever this step we have, register step, this should get selected and this step should get skipped. Okay, in case user is selecting login here, then this first step should get skipped and the second step should get executed. Okay, so let's see how we can apply condition. To apply condition, again it's very easy. This is the condition column, you can see. Okay, if you are not seeing the column here, if you are seeing like this, and there are two ways you can see the column. You can, when you can click on that and then you can see in the properties section. Okay, conditions. Okay, there is one way. Another way is like just right click on that, click column chooser, and then click on, double click on condition. Okay, so that column will be visible here. Now you want to apply condition in this step with this parameter, right? So just drag and drop. Okay, just drag and drop. Okay, now by default when you will drag and drop, it will come as not equals to null, so you can change it. Okay, and then just give a value as, this is for register, so you can give register, because we are passing the same value here in small, you can see register, and here also you can use the same. This is for login. Okay, this is the spelling correct, right? Okay, small login. Now you can see this icon got changed. You can see the dotted line, that means some condition has been applied here inside library. So we will run and check whether this conditioning is working or not for us. So I have updated in the library, you can see it will be updated in the, in my reference as well. Okay, so now let's try for register. So we will use some random function here. Okay, random text of 5 digit. Okay, let me use the same for last name and email. Let's use abc.com and sorry .com, and password also let's use some random. Okay, text. Now let me run the test case and let's check whether our conditioning will work or not. So since I have selected register, then it should click on register and then register with the following details which I am providing here. Okay, so let's quickly run that. It has clicked on register. Now it should enter the value which we have given. Okay, so it is throwing error because we have given some less number of character for password. You can see the message, it should be at least six character, but we have given 5 characters. So let's change to 7. Okay, let's refresh the page. Okay, anyhow our functionality is working, you can see. Let me run once again and you can see it is clicking on register and then it is performing the register function, because user has selected a register in that parameter. Okay, same way we will try with login also. You see it has clicked, it has entered the value and clicked on the register button, but it is throwing error because it is showing password did not match, because here we are using random text 7 random character. Okay, so for password also we are using same. Okay, and for confirm password, so for password it will generate this different password, and for confirm password also it will generate different password, because it is a random text. Every time it will generate different text, that's why it is entering the wrong different password here, and it is not matching and our registration is not successful. But this is not the scenario which we are testing. We are just testing whether our conditioning is working fine or not. Okay, so now let's give me some value here as well. Let's try with the same random function. Okay, and some random password. Okay, and for this also, let me tell you, this login also will get failed because this is unregistered user. So we are trying to log in with some random credential, so definitely it will fail. But our motive is to check whether particular step is getting picked or not if we are selecting the value here. So now I am selecting login, and let me refresh this page, and let's see whether this time we have both. See, values are there in register as well as email. Which step it is picking? Just let's run and check. So as per the input, it should click on login and then enter a credential and click on login button, but test case will fail. Let me tell you once again. Okay, and it has picked, you can see it has picked login. Okay, but it didn't clicked on that checkbox. Let me see what is the issue here. Okay, so this is login, and this will accept true and false. Okay, so let me run once again. Okay, but the functionality for which we are here is working fine. You would have noticed, based on the condition, it is going to register. If we are selecting login, then it is going to login function. So we can apply conditions inside library in the way which I have told you. You can see it has entered username, password, clicked on remember me checkbox, as well as it clicked on login. But since the credential was random credential, so it didn't logged in. It throw error. It is throwing error. Login was unsuccessful. That is fine. Okay, but our conditioning is working fine with inside library. So this is how you can add conditions inside library. Okay, yeah, that's all for this scenario, guys. We'll meet again with a new scenario. Thank you. Bye bye.